month ago, they were over by the Bonnie Cusack ice rink over there by the post office.
Yeah.
I was
Him
like,
and his buddies.
my hair looks so good. Shit.
His is probably about out to
Is it about that big again?
Oh
Hey.
God, it was so freaking fast.
He's got killer hair though. Ta-da.
He had to have some cardiac ablation
Uh-oh.
Wednesday.
What was wrong?
He's got, I want to say they're SVPs, or his heart will just all of a sudden start racing really fast. And they clocked it at, the fastest was 240 a minute.
Jesus Christ.
And they said that was a little too fast, so they did the...
From hereditary
No, it's not.
sick? Something's wrong with
No,
it?
nothing. Just one in, I forget how many people get it. Said it's as random as appendicitis.
Awesome.
So that was as random, I guess.
It's random. It's
You know, it's like one of those things. So anyway, he got that done, and they go in and basically what it is you have an extra path, electrical path in your heart.
Ooh.
And it starts out like up here you get a little shock, and it causes a heartbeat, and it goes through the, all this stuff. Then it comes back and you get another little shock, and it causes another heartbeat. Well, his, when he would get, at times it was just random. He'd get that shock, and the heartbeat would start going, but it would get kind of lost down here in the corner somewhere, and it would just keep going round and round and round in circles, and that would cause his heart to start racing up.
Trying to take glasses off for me.
And then it would get to the point where it would stop on its own. So
that has to hurt.
I think it was more scary than anything. I mean, and who knows how long it's been going on. We really didn't.
Right, nobody knows.
Well, you don't really pay attention. He was kind of a chubby kid, and hell, when I walk up the stairs, my heart races. So, when he's out jumping on the trampoline and he comes in and says, "Mom, look at my heart, it's racing." Well, you just exerted yourself. So, it's kind of a who knows kind of thing, but got it taken care of now. And hopefully, there's like a 3 or 4% chance that it can come back, but it's really unlikely.
Thank God.
So, but he got it done, taken care of, in and out. They go up through your groin.
Yep, all that stuff's up through that vein in your leg. Owie.
That's kind of what he was saying.
We have lots of cardio patients in our family.
Really? Well, and then, see, my brother was the only one that has ever had any heart problems in our family. And he had had a heart attack and no real reason for it. They never could pin it down to anything, so there was nothing,
Well, my ex-wife had, her whole family's Aleut, and they have bad cholesterol levels, hereditary.
Oh, well, yeah.
Shane has that, and it's just been lots of fun for the kiddo.
No.
So we could get into a bunch of blood work and all that good stuff. Because we did some treatment for a while, and he had adverse reactions to that.
Oh, no.
Blah, blah, blah. It's not, it doesn't go away.
No.
You gotta deal with it.
It's got, it's so hard on kids to have those, such serious, it's like, those are supposed to be old people problems.
Exactly. And the way they lay it on you, the seriousness of it because of the intensity it is. Like, on the history in the family of everybody having heart attacks in their 30s.
Yeah.
Minimum of triple bypass. You know what I'm saying? So, and then problems for the rest of their life because of, all of that. The kid's like, it's hard enough to want to do anything with my life, but then, I'm going to drop dead from a heart attack. Great,
Yeah.
Okay, I want some behavioral health. you know.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
And then it sounds good until you try to get it all scheduled and try to get it all together. It's a pain in the ass. Because of this schedule at this time and that schedule at that time and this meeting and that meeting and that doctor and this doctor and this day and that day. Planned Parenthood.
Uh-huh.
And Heather had driven down some of the drag queens and stuff and went because they did just a big drag show. And they were running to pick up the girls for the ride home. We're going to have dinner at Grandpa's and head home. And he went out with the teenager and grabbed gunned it and rolled it down the driveway. And if the teenager hadn't thrown him off of it, his, Heather's brother's stepson, hadn't thrown him off it, he'd have killed him. It landed on the stepson and bruised his leg and messed up his ankle. It was sad, and they heard him screaming. They were heading out the door by the time the dust settled, and Phoenix's face was trashed and he was in shock. His ear was a mess.
Oh, poor guy.
Now we can color it. Woo! Let it cook. Hi. Yeah.
I'm going to ask that question on Facebook. Does anybody else feel the need to?
Yeah, exactly. It is.
Does anybody think it's strange that
Their hairdresser's always got a sinus infection. Well, two things happen with that. There's a lot of people that have allergies, and there's a lot of there's stuff to be allergic to in
Yeah.
this business. Yes, a lot of fumes, a lot of smells, a lot of.
Oh yeah.
But at the same time, there's a lot of stupid girls that do drugs,
Oh yeah.
and they're. Okay, let me do your hair, because I really have missed you a lot. It's so good that your hair and whatever it is, and blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Let me go blow my nose. I'll be right back. It's like, oh, okay.
Yep.
I always got called filthy names because I always pointed it out to them. But I had this one girl that I worked with, and she just could not do drugs, right? And she always talked through her nose. And she had really long brown hair, and it was really naturally wavy. She was a gorgeous little thing. And she runs in the bathroom in the middle of a haircut when one of her girlfriends comes to visit her.
Oh.
She's doing this guy's hair. She runs into the bathroom, comes back out, all gacked out, all stupid, all loud, and her client goes, and I'll never forget it because I could hear my daughter fucking laughing so hard I couldn't stop. She had a big rock of coke stuck in her hair for where she went down all over the bathroom sink, and here he's getting his haircut going, you might want to go chop that back up. You know that trashy bitch went back in the bathroom and it was gone. You know she didn't pick it out and throw it on the ground.
Jeez. No way.
Yeah, she got fired eventually. It was a bummer. Nobody could believe it. I
Yeah.
was like, whatever. That stupid bitch. Oh yeah, or have clients that come in that are always standing you up, standing you up, standing you up, standing you up. And I've learned never, I just don't book them anymore.
Yeah.
Or they leave me because I won't, you need to feel sorry for me. I'm like, I can't. Because every time you make an appointment, you miss it, and then when you come in, you're hungover or high. And I ain't got the time for you or partied out ass. I think the number one pitfall in our market here for young hairdressers is the whole trying to be cool. And they go out with all their party buddies. Remember, your party buddies will only have money for drugs and alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
They sure as hell ain't gonna have money for their hair.
Mm-hmm.
And getting them to be consistent. Oh dude, I ran out of money. I'm sorry I didn't call you and cancel my appointment. Yeah, because you did.
Yeah. It's.
Got high the whole weekend and drunk the whole time, and I was waiting for you all day Saturday.
Well, and you don't realize how much that actually happens. I had an appointment on Wednesday, and I was hoping Ben was going to get out earlier, and because they said 2 to 4 hours after surgery.
Oh sure.
And it wasn't a major. It was actually just I got some contacts, and was going to get them checked on Wednesday afternoon. And finally, at like 2 o'clock, and they said, well, it's not a big deal. Just call and let us know. So about 2 o'clock I called and I said, he's not going to get done. I'm not going to get out of here in time to make this appointment. And this guy just went on and on about, well, at least you called. We really appreciate it. And it's like, is it that serious of a problem that people just blow things off nowadays?
Yes.
And,
Or they don't want to tell you no. They don't want to be rude. They don't want to say, no, I can't afford it, or no, I'm not going to be there, or no. They're like, okay, because it's better to say, oh, I didn't mean to miss the appointment, instead of no, I'm not coming.
Yeah. Well.
It's like, wow.
So you're wasting people's time and money, and
Right. Exactly.
by not at least having the courtesy to call. I don't know.
Yeah,
it just
call.
it really blew me away that people, the way he
You're
was
telling
going
your
on, it's
age
like,
now, Leanne, without saying it.
I know.
That's a maturity level thing. Uh-oh, someone's mature. Whoopsie poo.
Yeah, imagine that. No, when you're telling your kids those things, is when it really shows.
Right.
They look at you like, or better yet, when your kids start acknowledging, that they could have called and they could, it's like,
Yeah. Maybe they're listening to me.
yeah. So let's say we had a new grandbaby.
Oh, congratulations.
Yes, and then we had her baby. And we went through the whole, well, she only did like, what did she do? Like 12 hours of hard labor.
What?
12 hours of any labor is enough, let alone hard
Well,
labor.
and
Shit.
She did 12 hours, dilated to an 8, finally asked for a epidural, and about an hour and a half after they gave her the epidural, said, we're gonna have to do a C-section. We gotta get her out now. And it's like, oh my God, poor kid. She so wanted to have a natural the second time. She had her first was like that too. But she went through like 30 hours of hard labor before they did a C-section. So now she knows that she's got one more chance, but she's not having a C-section, or she's not having a natural.
It's so sad.
It is. It was really hard on her. She's like, "But you guys told me I was doing good."
Right.
It's like, but Amanda, you were. You know, you could see the baby's head. She's just too shaped the wrong way to deliver her baby.
Yeah, there's something about us girls with our wide hips. Our baby just drops out.
Yeah.
Hey.
She's walks out of the hospital wearing her stupid little size 3 pants.
Exactly. Sad. Pelvis actually has to spread during that.
Yeah.
It physically
it's-
changes a female's
yeah.
body.
It does. I'm like, you want me to feel sorry for you. At what point here?
Yeah,
You know.
exactly. There's a part of me that's pissed off. Just because you're still thin, bitch. I mean,
Yeah.
love you. Mommy loves you.
Yeah, and then she comes in after I took her.
Now, is
to
this
her-
one of your adopted children?
No, biological.
Biological, so actually your daughter also.
Yeah, I took her to her week appointment to get her incision checked after 7 days, and she comes out. She's like 3 pounds less than she was before she got pregnant. So, and it's just like, I don't care. Why do I,
You just look at her. How are you, my child? I can look at stuff and blow up 20 pounds.
Exactly. And Ben and I do that. Well, Ben and I, and then the oldest one does that too.
Yeah,
And
just depends.
Dave and the 2 middle ones can eat, and not gain
You must love that metabolism. Love it while you got it, honey. Because getting it restarted sucks. Believe me, it's a lot of hard work.
The only thing
I told somebody the other day, I don't look like I swallowed the whole basketball. I'm going to couple off the rack now. It's a lot of work getting your metabolism to move.
Oh, I know.
Yay, your roots are gone.
It's when the kids are sitting there and they walk up behind you and start pulling your hair apart. You need to get your hair done.
I love your
I
kids.
know I do.
What good kids you have. That's right.
It's
Tell mommy how caca she looks so that she'll come get her hair done.
they do.
Good boys.
They do.
Your kids are good for business.
Oh yeah. Definitely. I gotta get the 3 boys and the little boys getting summer haircuts. So they're redoing our street on our little cul-de-sac,
Right.
and we've decided we're taking out the side yard that we had, and we've got a 30-foot crop trailer, and when we put it up in there, it's so unlevel that the wheels on this side are like on the ground, and on this side we've got like 3 feet of board that has to go under the wheels to level it out.
Right.
So it's way off. So we're going through there, and they came over, Matt brought the skidoo over, whatever it is, and dug up all the dirt and piled the grass up, and they've got it figured out what they're gonna do. And then last week we find out they're gonna come through and rebuild the cul-de-sac. So Jake manages to come over yesterday, just as all the granite guys, the construction guys are there, and the muni guys. And he comes over and he goes out, spends like 15 minutes out buddying up with these construction guys. And he's literally got them doing the yard for us.
Awesome.
I mean, the only thing he didn't ask them to do was when they have their compactor out there to run through the yard and pack it down. But he figured he'd wait till he got a little closer to time to do that to ask them.
Well, if you're on the edge, they have to redo it anyway.
Oh yeah,
The easement.
yeah, that's right. Well, it's in a cul-de-sac, so they only have to do the front part. But he's got them, they're gonna bust out, they're gonna lay the curb the way he wanted it laid, and just got everything. And it was like, you get their construction workers.
Right.
They're great. Give you Amanda's number and you can call her and say, your mom's roots need one. That'll work.
You just need to start booking it every 8 weeks, every 2 months.
I know. Like, I keep looking at it going, I gotta get in, I gotta get in, I gotta get in. But I swear, if you looked at my calendar, you'd say, when do you do anything? You know?
What am I saying? I'm right there with you. Next thing you know, everybody's everywhere.
Yeah. You got constant appointments, or if it's not, if I don't have enough on my own, but Amanda has a baby and she can't drive, so I'm taking her for her appointments and, add this one in and that one in, and, it's like, holy crap.
Hey, without me, there's no we assholes. I get at least 2 hours to get my hair done, and if you guys don't like it, I'm on strike. I had a client years ago that her husband was like, you shouldn't cut your hair, blah, 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 blah. I said, really? Make him wash it and clean it and style it for you every morning. So he's like, I would do that. So he does it. He's like, when can we get her hair cut? That's what I thought.
Yeah. Well, see, and Dave's never been like that. He's always, well, go get it done if you need to get it done.
Yes, honey, you run Mom's taxi service while I do it, and we'll see how that goes.
That would be,